Hi folks, Nate here. Today we're going to do a road trip down to Hazzardsound in Redcliffe. So here we are down at Hazzardsound, and yeah, we'll do a quick little studio tour, little walk around, and
Howdy.
and then see how he's got things running.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
see this beautiful old desk here.
Yes, well, I suppose I should have turned it on. The power supply is down there for it. They replaced there's the old
One there.
the old one down there with the new one. So, yeah, look, this is it was basically a church's service desk,
Oh, okay.
all the way from Wagga Wagga in New South Wales, believe it or not.
Wow. So that's let's say about 1,200 kilometres. So
Yep.
600 miles for us people that like to still use the good old US of A standard.
That's right. So yeah, it was it was used for that. Basically, it's a live sound monitoring desk.
Yep.
In the 80s, that's actually 1983, that model.
Okay. Yep. But you've got a whole bus set up.
Yeah.
So can you actually get direct outs from every channel?
You can.
Oh,
Yeah.
magic.
Which I have done. I've used that as well, but I don't know whether we'll walk around in a second. But with the drums, so I've got. Let's just do this quickly, hey? Whoop. So with the drums, I've got them all set out here. So if you do a turn around to your left, you'll see I've got the box running there on the side. So all the mics and everything run into there.
Runs around the back.
And it runs around into these channels here. Most of the time I only use up to probably 12 or 13 at the most,
Yeah.
depending on what I'm doing.
Yeah, I
drum-kit-wise.
never seem to do more than about 12, really.
Yes, that's why the multi-core on the side there, the box is only 12 inputs.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so 12 into the 12 here.
Yep.
And then they're simply bussed out to 8 buses on this right-hand side of the console here. So a little bit of subtractive EQ on the drums before they actually get sent
Yep.
across to my outboard stuff here.
All right, so down in the rack we've got...
Yep, so those 8 channels from the desk are coming in to my interfaces here. So I use a Presonus, that's my master interface. So it's the 192.
Yep.
So that's got 8 inputs.
Yep.
But I've also got the Audient.
You've got the Audient AS...
It's the, I keep forgetting all the time, it's the 800.
Yeah, the AS 800 or whatever.
Yeah, so it's got the 2 channels at the front that have got all the extra yumminess that you can dial in. It's makes it a little bit noisier, but you know. So all the drums are running in. 6 are running into here.
Yep.
And then the overheads are running. Overheads are running into there. I pressed the button.
Yeah, you hit the phantom power on.
I think I did. But lucky there's no mics plugged in. So yeah, running out of the desk into there, and that's primarily for drums.
Yep.
So that's all drums going into there.
Yep. So guitar-wise, I see you've got an 11 rack there.
Yep. So I've got 11 rack, which I call that my glorified DI.
Yeah.
So I have everything running into there. This TL Ivory I've had for quite a while. It's just a mono preamp. I did buy it for vocals, but found I used it on bass more than anything. So just straight down here as a bass head, the input and a little bit of compression, and bang, away she goes. They're really cool. And a couple of trusty old things, the Ensoniq multiple effects unit there, which is really cool too.
Yeah, I want to get a nice couple of multi-effect units. I should get one. You can find a dime a dozen old stuff that no one wants anymore.
I actually did a studio thing, some engineering for a guy, and he said, "I've got all this old gear. Would you accept that as payment for the day's work?"
Nice.
So I ended up with the Ensoniq and the old Alesis quadriverb at the bottom, set to King's Chamber, which I've heard is a really cool sounding room, and which it is.
Yep.
So I have a patch bay at the top here, as you can see too. So it's all running back into the desk.
As well.
There's also 8 auxiliary outs that I can send, say for instance, reverb onto the snare.
Yep.
So the snare comes back out here into the reverb unit, and then back to the desk, and then it's sent to the snare channel.
So then you've got just blend it back in.
Yeah. So basically blending it in. I like to record drums the way I want to hear them. So.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've also got my Studio Live desk as well.
Yep. Those modern technology,
which is the
same.
modern one. Yep. I haven't used it in the studio as much, but I do live sound as well, so that's what I use with that. And I also have a rack version that's got 16 inputs that I use as a stage box.
Yeah.
And it's cool how you can run everything just off an Ethernet cable now.
Yeah, that's right.
16 inputs.
So monitor-wise, what are these tiny little Yamaha NS10 looking things?
Now, funny story. I used to run some old Alesis. Sorry, they weren't. They were JBL monitors.
Yep.
And I simply needed an amplifier for them, and I wanted something really cheap just so I can get started, get going on what I need to do. And what happened was when I bought them, they said, oh, we'll go and get all the other stuff that comes with it. And I said, well, all I want is the amp. They said, no, all these speakers come with it. So if you actually have a look, they're actually mini NS10s.
Yamaha MS10 Mini. Oh, wow.
So the 10MMT, which when I looked it up, it was what they call them an NS10 Mini. Now, what I've read, and I haven't had it confirmed, obviously, but what I've read is they're made from the same material that's no longer sourced anymore.
Yep.
And so I use them just as a separate monitor for different mixes and stuff. Now, when I bought that amplifier, which is down there, which is a Sony.
Oh, yeah.
When I bought that amplifier, they gave me, it was actually a full surround sound system.
Oh, wow.
Of all little NS10s.
Oh.
Including a center box, which I use sometimes.
Nice.
So it just made me laugh because I did not know that minis existed.
I've never seen these before either.
And people...
I think this will be one for the interest. I've never heard of them. I've never...
Yeah. So the other pair...
Where do these come from?
Yeah. The other pair are upstairs in my mixing room.
Yeah.
So...
and being a Yamaha speaker user, is like... It's... I follow this Yamaha stuff. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it.
Yep. So that's NS10 MMT, they call them, which was classed as the mini NS10. But it's definitely...
yeah, well, it says NS10 MMT.
Says NS10 MMT.
Yeah, they're mini.
And I can't find anyone that can give me any extra information on them.
No.
Any of you guys, if you want to research, let us know.
Yeah.
And very dusty. So yeah, I've got another mixing room upstairs, which I'm endeavouring to move down to here, so everything's in one area.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later too. I want your ideas on that. So a couple of keyboards there. My very unorganised rack of leads.
Oh no, that's pretty organised.
So a couple of guitars you guys might be interested in.
Oh yes.
My trusty old original.
Oh nice.
That's the original Junior. And believe it or not, it's a 57. Traditional.
Yeah.
I love it.
A nice Yamaha acoustic up there.
So yeah, that's when they were taking off
ES35 there.
Yeah, again, this was I think a 60-something reissue, I can't remember. It just gives me a different sound again.
Yeah, yep.
My trusty old court bass.
Yes, these court basses. But gee, it's nice. Yeah. It's nice to play and...
So, the trusty old little Yamaha thing there that gets on a lot of stuff, actually.
Yeah, those.
Just pretty cool. But that thing is just absolutely beautiful. And out of tune. But that's when they were. I heard that Yamaha were taking off Martins.
Yeah.
So that's basically something I bought again, nice and cheap, $50 at a garage sale, and put a new neck on it and stuff. So.
And then I see this.
The deluxe, the Supreme. Sorry, Les Paul. So I decided to start to collect all the typical guitars people have. So I've now got my Gibson stuff together.
Yeah.
But now I want to get a telly and then start collecting like gems and all that stuff just to have here in the studio.
Yeah.
Speaking of Yamaha too,
all the Yamaha PA stuff. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the Yamaha PA stuff.
Yeah. I'm just about to get another one.
Nice little Marshall head up here.
Yeah, that was donated to me. The guy upgraded his amp to a valve amp.
Yeah,
something like a lead, but that's just an old MG.
That's the valve state before they were valve state. So that's actually quite old.
Yeah. But that's got a particular sound I really like.
The valve state. I used to have a little valve state 100 combo.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was good. Until the clean channel
and stuff through there to get like a John Lord kind of thing.
Yeah, until the clean channel went funny.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I just gave up.
So again, yeah, that's my old custom shop, which is I've been told by a luthier that it's a poor man's Fender, an 8.
Oh, yeah, so you've
8, 10, 12, 14, and then I've got a 16 around there, so you sort of need the 4. I've got this,
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to hit that. I'd hit the rim all the time.
That's such a loud little drum, that. So yeah, a little bit of selection of snares here.
Yes.
So that's good old 80s Pearl snare drum.
Yeah.
Love that to bits. That's the one that actually came with the main kit that I use. This is an old Dixon snare drum.
Oh, old Dixon Sparkle.
Starting to come up. Then the snare over there is the Silver Star, as I said.
Yep.
And the good old Ludwig Superphonic.
Oh, you've got a Superphonic. Yep. Very good. Yeah.
Great sound.
Sound of rock.
And I use Sabian cymbals.
And Sabian.
The Neil Peart. I use a lot of his Paragon series.
Did a mouse eat the holes there?
Yeah, that's I call it the silent China because it's not as loud and big as boombastic as a China.
Holes keep it
Bit trashy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trash can lid.
Trash can.
So on each channel here, so we've got kick in, kick out, top and bottom snare, tom 1, tom 2, tom 3, tom 4.
Yeah, if you...
Oh, you top and bottom.
No, I've got around the side there.
You've got a bigger kit.
Probably got footage of it. I've got all my spare toms and that over there.
What is this?
Yeah, I know.
That's on 0. So we're cutting some about 350, 400.
Yep.
And on pretty much every channel except for snare top. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I find that around that, between, say, 200 and 400, there's snare body there.
Yeah, true.
So I don't want to cut too much of that out.
Depends on what snare you've got.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty standard old. Looks like anyone's mix pretty much.
Yeah. And just something quickly on how I run the buses over there. I actually use the pans.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you'll see on the matrix here that, say, bass drum in, for instance, is being sent to channel 1 over there.
Yep.
And so what it is if I have a kick drum out mic, they'll both be on channel 1 and 2, but I've hard panned it left, so that becomes channel 1. Hard panned it right, that becomes channel 2.
And then you blend them and then on one fader.
over there, or they can be on separate faders if you want.
Oh, okay.
So you can see the first 2 channels over there, next to my phone, 1 and 2.
Both.
That'll be your kick in and kick out.
Oh, okay, yep.
Then snare top, snare bottom. Toms, I normally...
All together?
All together in separate left and right channels.
So
5 and 6.
And then overheads.
Overhead 7 and 8.
And rooms blended in there as well?
Rooms blended in as well.
Yeah.
Depending on what I'm doing, I'll probably run a mic just straight into the 192 interface over there.
Yep.
As a separate channel again, so I've actually got 9 or 10 channels running at once.
Yeah.
Especially if I've got if the client asks for hi-hat and ride to be mic'd.
Yeah, which
I do as well. But I don't personally do it.
No,
there's enough hi-hat in that already.
Yeah, and because you got this low ceiling too. See, if you've got a really big room, maybe it's important.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's something I've never recorded in like a giant room like Sunset or...
But as I've said, the client that want just the room mics, you can get a lot of stuff happening just through your overheads.
Yeah.
You've got the whole kit.
You can do 4. You could do overheads, kick, and 1 room and get
great sound.
Awesome sounds, yeah.
Even in a live situation, I've just put up 2 overhead mics and a kick drum mic, and that's plenty to put out in the front of house if I need it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.